My name is Nguyen. I was born in 1953, so we moved from the north to the south when I was just 1 year old. In April 30th, 1975, the fall of Saigon, I was 21 plus. And during the war, I was student at the high school and National Institute of Technology. I'm in the mechanical engineering department. And the only role that I played during the war was that everyone, when you reach 18, you have to join the local armed forces. They just give you a gun. So I believe every 2 weeks it's your turn to go to guard the neighborhood. But my mom, she's scared. Most of the time we would hire someone to do the guarding for us. But I still have a gun at home in my bedroom, but we didn't do anything. Oh, it started, I believe, the early morning. That was Monday, April 21st. Any normal day. So I went to school and I was so surprised that the whole campus gate was locked up. And I was asking myself, what the heck? There's a little side door that is open, so I got into the campus through that side door to go into my mechanical engineering department. And there, the gate was closed too. And there's just a little sign saying the school is closed for indefinite. So I know, something wrong. And I go to the back of the school. We have a coffee shop there. So I saw some of my friends and I asked them, what's going on? And they said, we don't know. I just have a cup of coffee there, and then I went home. And on my way home, I saw my parents. They are in the car running the opposite direction. And then as soon as he saw me, he blew the horn. Bim, 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 bim. I know something wrong. So I turned around and I catch up with him, and he said, go back home, take whatever clothes you want, and we meet you at such and such address. I said, oh. So I did go home, put all of my book and material down, and just pack up a few clothes. And then I go to the address where we all met. And then later in the afternoon, there's an American. He came and picked us up in a van, and he took us to the airport, and we waited there till very late at night. Then there a bus come to pick us up and take us to the end of the runway. There was a C-130. They just landed, but they just go all the way to the end of the runway. They turn around, and with the engine still running, they wait. So the bus rushed us to that airplane, and then we got on the airplane. And I still remember there, it's a C-130, and it's a military airplane. There's no seatbelt, whatever. Everybody sit on the floor. So I helped my mom because the ramp is very steep. So I helped her to got inside. And when everybody got inside and I looked back and I say, there's still a lot of elderly people trying to get on without any help. So I say, okay, you guys sit here. I go in the back and help them. So I was actually the last person who got on that airplane. I still remember the airman. He gave me the thumb up. He said, thank you for, for helping me to help the people to get on board. So very shortly, the plane took off and took us from Tân Sơn Nhất Airport, Saigon, to Clark Air Force Base. It's just outside of Manila. It's a few hours long flight. And the most scary thing that I still remember is about 30 minutes in flight, all of a sudden we heard a very loud bang. And then all of a sudden the airplane lost the altitude. I said, oh my God, we got hit. That's what I thought in my mind. But then it slowly regained its altitude. And later on I talked to my friend who are there pilot, and they say that no, that's standard procedure to avoid being hit from the ground. Turn on the flare. That's why I heard all of the noises, and the flare would attract all of the heated gas missile. So we got to Clark Air Force Base. We wait maybe for a couple hours, and then we got on the C-141, and that took us to Guam, and that's the beginning of our refugee camp. We stayed in the refugee camp in Guam maybe for 10 days, and then they took us to Camp Pendleton, which is another refugee camp in California, and I couldn't believe how cold it was. Why it is so cold? The camp was getting crowded. So they say, who want to be transferred to Fort Chaffee? My dad, he said, oh, Fort Chaffee is in the middle between the West Coast and the East Coast. And eventually we want to go to the East Coast, so let's go harder way. So that's why we all got on another plane to Fort Chaffee. And we stayed there maybe a few weeks. We left and we moved to Virginia to stay with Bak Jun, the elder sister in the family. So that's the beginning of the end of our journey from Saigon to the USA. But I always told my friend that, wow, we are the very, very lucky few. Because when I heard of my friend, they have to fight for their place on the boat in the Saigon Harbor, or fighting for their place while they are trying to climb into the U.S. Embassy. And that was a nightmare. Very blessing that we all got here safely. Personally, I feel very calm because when I graduated from high school, which was 3 years before that, my dream was going to study abroad. But in the summer of 1972, there was a big offense attack by the North, so they changed the rule. So I was eligible for going to board. The next the next week, they said, nope, you're no longer allowed to go aboard. So I was very upset because all of my effort trying to get good grade, being a good student, and not just me. Some of my friends in the class doing the same thing, and we got into exactly the same situation, and there's nothing you can do about it. When I finally got to start school in Carnegie Mellon with my brother Lee, he helped me to get to school there. One day I just sit in the library. I say, wow, how come all of a sudden I'm here? This is exactly what I dreamed to be. The only difference is that we had to pay a very heavy cost. That's what it was. That was a requirement from the Defense Department. They need someone to guard the local area, and the police is not enough. It is best to have the local people, you know the local area, you know everybody else to do that. We just have to follow the order. I still remember the morning of the April 30th when Saigon City fell to the North Vietnam. My dad, we were inside the tent, and my dad coming inside and with his radio next to his ear, and he said in one of the very sad voice, Saigon was lost, and I felt very bad because I don't know when I will see my friends and my sister, chị Mai, my brother, and even chị Châu. We didn't run into chị Châu at that time in the refugee camp. So to me, it's a total loss. I I can feel also the sadness in my parents, maybe 10 times or 100 times worse than me. And I'm sure my dad would never think that he be able to go back. Especially in 1954, we already moved from the north to the south, and be good. The North Vietnam government would never ever allow them to go back. So I just left and I go to sit down on the beach and I just look at the ocean way there. Say, hey, that's Vietnam way over there. But you might never go back there again.